Hey, it's time to dish with D. That's me. I want to show you this cute mask I got. I work with kids, you have to understand that. I'm a polar bear. I know. I know. I don't think it's a reindeer. I think it's a polar bear. Yeah. I thought maybe it's a reindeer. Because I have a Santa and a snowman face. Again, I work with children. And my DT fuzzy gloves because they're cute. And they're real, believe it or not. All right, let's go to work. I was asked to by my girl, Kathy, to talk about the changes I've gone through. Every time my husband drives my car, he changes things. Do you ever notice that when your husband takes your car? I mean, I do that to his car. Yeah, I do, but I put it back. Because I know it's annoying. I put my steering wheel up. I like my steering wheel down because I am short. There we go. Sorry about that. Ugh. The changes, the things I could do versus the things I couldn't do, and all it took was losing weight. I know. But I want to say this, and I know I've said it many times. I lived in the world of denial. I didn't believe my weight caused the issues that I was having. And my issues, realistically, versus some other people's, really, I guess, weren't that bad. Thank you. I have arthritis in my lower 2, 3, 4 vertebrae, sleep apnea, and reflux were my big problems, and I also had a fatty liver. Well, I've had nothing done but lose 100 pounds, and my back feels great, my liver's not fatty anymore, and my sleep apnea is improved by 2/3. Like, I went from 99 episodes to 30 episodes. So that's huge. And I could lay flat on my bed. I haven't laid flat on my bed in over probably 27 years. I've always been propped up. Yeah, I can lay flat. And I haven't taken my medicine in, oh my goodness, probably a year and a half. Probably a year and a half. And I could eat later at night, which I just get out of that habit, but I could eat it and be fine. But yeah, and all I did was lose weight. Simple. I mean, like, if you asked me this, I'd be like, they always blame your weight, and they do blame your weight for everything. But in my case, it was true. And there was, and here, when I, at my heaviest, I was probably just under 50 years old. I'd say I was around 48 or so. I hit my peak at 270 pounds. Now, I'm barely, I'm around 5'3", 5'4". I'm short. I'm considered what they call petite. So yeah, so 270 pounds for a 5'3.5" girl is pretty heavy. It's all in my tummy, from my boobs down to my lower tummy, because there's, you have the upper tummy and the lower tummy. You have 2 tummies. I did. Now I just have the lower tummy. But what was I going with this? Oh. So yeah, so I was probably in my, I want to say late 40s. And I think the icing on the cake for me was, I have a closet pantry that has about 5 shelves. And the top one, so you put stuff up there, you don't really get a lot because you can't really reach it. That's my husband's shelf because he could go right up there. But he did something and it was up there. So I, get the chair, the kitchen chair, and we all climb on the kitchen chairs. So I put it over there, and I couldn't hoist myself up. I didn't have the strength in my arms or the strength in my legs to pull myself up. And I thought to myself, I've done this before. So I couldn't I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And I thought, you're not even 50 years old and you can't, this is something you should be able to do. And then I thought to myself, what happens when I'm, 10 years from now? Because you just get heavier. It's just not like you ever stay the same. I mean, I'm ready. And I thought of my mother who had already passed away. She was very obese. She had severe lymphedema in her legs. Her legs were like tree trunks. And towards the end, she couldn't move as much, so she didn't move as much. She stopped getting into bed because she had a very hard time with her back because of her weight. So when you don't put your legs up, they swell more. So it was just a bad combination of, you know, stop getting your legs up, because that is key when you have fluid in your lower extremities. You have to get them up. That's how they drain, and you have to drink more. Well, she lived in a two-story. Our bathroom was upstairs, so she would, you know, for her to go up to the bathroom a lot was difficult. So she would avoid the water pill, or if she took the water pill, she'd just stay upstairs for a while. It just was a bad situation, and I knew that if I didn't watch out, that would be my future. And she died very, you know, she was 75 when she passed away, so that's young in a sense. I mean, but I was worse off now than she was then. So I'm thinking that, you know, here I am at 48, and I'm getting there. I did notice the lymphedema in my legs. I didn't have that issue because she did ever since she had my brother and I. But that doesn't mean I couldn't get it. And I'm thinking to myself, that's my future if I don't do something. And I knew I needed to do something. I just did. And like it's funny, like now the things that I can do, like getting on that chair to get something off that shelf. I did that after I lost probably about 75 or 80 pounds, not thinking, you know, like, oh, could I do this? I just put the chair over, and I was up there, and I went, wait a minute, I'm up on here, because I just jumped right up. I'm like, it's amazing, and I didn't even think twice. Like, I just got up, and then I went, ooh, I'm up here, and I was like, what the hell? I didn't even know I could do it, and I was like, oh my God, yeah. It's like my life has never been better. Like, I am in the best shape I've been in probably since I was in my teens. I'm probably in better shape now than I was in my teens. Literally, I weigh less. So it's crazy. And like at school, you know, as you know, I do recess duty. And with the little ones, they always have shoes that are untied constantly. So you're constantly tying shoes. Well, I would always get one of the bigger kids, because I was like, you tie shoes? Because I couldn't. I mean, I could get down, but I knew I couldn't get back up. Or I could. It would have been a little bit of a shit show. So I'd always have somebody else tie their shoes. Well, now it's one of the other aides goes, look at you just getting down there tying shoes, squatting like that. I'm like, because I can. And it's like, and you just, it comes right back. All the things that you used to do, like I said, you think to yourself like you're not going to be able to do it. You just do it because it's just automatic. Like, at least my brain didn't forget I could do it. So that was, because your brain does forget. Like people who have strokes and stuff, and rehabilitation, and they're sometimes, you know, they don't know you have limbs and stuff. But yeah, I got right back into it. And my back, I haven't taken my non-steroidals in, God, probably 2 years, maybe, year and a half. I used to go for every 6 month back injections, cortisone shots in my lower back. Haven't had those in, can't remember the last one I had. So everything is so much better. And what did I do? I lost weight. Simple. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy how weight can affect a lot of things. And we live in the world of denial. At least I know I did. When I said, oh, it's not my weight. These doctors always want to blame your weight. They always want to blame your weight. As my famous for saying that. I eat really well. Well, I did eat really well. I just ate a lot of really well. I ate a lot. I'm a big sweet eater. Oh, cakes, cookies, candy. Mostly chocolate. It's not, I don't like go onto like this fruity chews or like Starburst or gels. No, it's all chocolate, preferably with nuts. I mean, if I can have chocolate covered nuts, yeah, I'm happy. I'm a happy girl, really happy. But yeah, so we live in, like, at least I know I did, and something simple. And I say simple because it doesn't really, you don't have to see a doctor to do it. You just have to sit there and get a healthy eating lifestyle. Find a plan that works for you, you know, whether it be, you know, Weight Watchers, blue, green, purple, even if you're a keto, maybe you love meat. I don't dislike meat. It's not something I could eat on a large scale. You know, I love carbs. I love fruit. I love vegetables. I love a balance. I am very balanced right now. So I don't think keto would work for me. But if you're paleo, like whatever or vegan, vegetarian, whatever means you need to get to the end result you need. That's what you do. But remember, and I always say this, especially keto, because once you get off keto, thinking I'm gonna use keto to lose my weight, and then I'm gonna go, you can't go back, because especially if you get out of ketosis, it just piles right back on. So remember, what you do is a lifestyle. It's not something that's temporary. That's why I try to run home with everybody. That's why I sit there and say, don't give up food. Oh, I'm not going to eat this, I'm not going to eat that until I lose weight. I hear this all the time. You can't, because once you introduce that back in, what happens? Moderation in any weight loss is key, besides mindset. Moderation. You have to have a well-balanced diet. We need fats. People say, I'm not eating fat. I eat olive oil all the time. I have it. That's how I do my sautés. That's how I roast my vegetables. I mean, I don't have a lot, but I have some. And that's how, you know, I like it in a salad. I'm not gonna lie. Girl likes her oil and vinegar, and I love my extra virgin. The better the olive oil. Oh, you'll love it. It's so... Yeah, I don't try not to cook with the extra virgin because you don't really need it. But oh, when you want to taste it, it's such a good tasting oil. When drizzled on top. Did you ever watch the Italian chefs? They always drizzle olive oil. Oh, I'm telling you, it's peanut butter. You know, peanut butter, avocado. These are such good, healthy fats. Carbs. I guess some people are carb sensitive. I understand that, but you can't not have carbs, because you're going to have carbs someday, and then what's going to happen? You've got to somehow keep it in check. Totally. You have to, you know, you have to have a balanced diet. You have to have grains and meats and chicken and fish, vegetables and fruit. I know I don't eat enough fruit. I know that, because I just am not a fruit eater. I try to get my apples and my bananas. Sometimes I make a good deal on grapes, strawberries. And then the peach season is over. But I just had a beautiful bag of plums from Aldi that were delicious. So yeah, you have to be balanced, because that's what it means. You want to be balanced. That's how their body works. It works in balance. You're like a scale. If you're too much one way, it's never going to work. I mean, I know I sit there and I run home the same things, but they're like the structure of a good lifestyle. You know, you have to have your tiers of what's important, and definitely balanced food is. You know, you have to have a little bit. That's why you can't say, I'm never going to have peanut butter. I mean, I'm not sitting there saying have peanut butter every day, but don't not have it because you're afraid to eat it. You should never be afraid to eat anything. I know some people say, that's my kryptonite. I can't have that because I'll overdo it. I find, this is again my experience, when I deny myself anything, it makes me want it more. Don't know why, it just does. But when I throw in the little bits, I know it's not something I came to overnight. It's not something I woke up and said, you know what, on my first day of Weight Watchers, I'm just going to have a little bit of this. It definitely took, you know, in my head a while to click, and it did. And now, like, I could be happy. Like, we're sharing a cheese and chocolate advent calendar. Now, it's not that big a piece of chocolate or that big a piece of cheese, but it's 4 points if I eat both, and I don't need to have 4 points of chocolate and cheese, but I can have 2 points when I have half of each. And you know what? I look forward to this little piece of cheese every day, this little piece of dark chocolate. It keeps me going, because that's what we want. We want to, what'll keep me going? Cheese and chocolate will keep me going. A little bit, a mouthful, and I look forward to it every day. I'm looking forward to it today. So I'm here at work. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Thank you, Kathy. I hope you get what I was trying to say about looking how far you've come and look what you can do versus what you couldn't do. People couldn't walk. I mean, I walk now. I do a Leslie Sansone. That's crazy. I can get through it. And I get through it and I'm not out of breath. And you know, except that last one we did was pretty intense, but on the whole, it's good. So if you enjoy these vlogs, give them a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, there's a subscribe button and a notification bell. I would appreciate it if you hit them both. It costs you nothing to subscribe, but it does my channel worlds of good. Have a wonderful rest of your day. We will dish another day. Fuzzball.